For my Monarch service project, I was a part of the group Milkweed and Pollinator Testing and Production. My group's original goal was to test and produce a variety of native milkweed species in a variety of habitats, including open fields, gardens, roadsides, and greenhouses. We were supposed to meet at a specific location with Dr. Coates as our community member to plant and test the milkweeds. We were going to test a variety of milkweeds and see how they attract pollinators and which ones that they do attract. Unfortunately, the original plan had to be greatly modified. The first set of milkweeds that had been planted ended up having a fungal contamination, so they were no longer salvageable for us to use. Dr. Coates then explained to us that the second set had been planted, but unfortunately they froze, and we were not able to use those either. So, after several weeks of modification, on April 7th, we were told that our Monarch service project would now consist of basically creating a planting guide for milkweed and pollinator species. So, as a group, we were to research 20 plus different milkweed and pollinator species, add in different information about each one. Again, since we could not physically do this project on our own, we had to research information and images. These are all the different species that we had chose. So just as an example, the first one that we chose was the common milkweed, and we included different characteristics like the plant species and name, the size and growth characteristics, locations, planting instructions, care instructions, and then how to propagate additional plants. We included the larval host species, which is where the monarch came into play on most of these, if not all of them. And then we included the pollinators that they attract in the spring and in the fall. And then we included different places to buy or order these seeds, and then different interesting facts about each one. And so we didn't only have milkweeds, we also had sunflowers and then lantanas and just other plants that attracted monarchs. Uh, and then towards the end of the project, we also included ways to come up with a monarch way station, uh, and then we included all the requirements for that. We included the size of the way station, uh, the shelter that should go around it, the exposure that it should have to the sun, the drainage, the soil, the different types of milkweeds that can be within it, and the different nectar plants and how to manage all of them. And then we also included different garden layouts and way station layouts. And in this one, you can just see different types of flowers that we included. So that was cool. And then, so although we were not physically capable of testing all of these milkweeds and collecting our own data, we were able to research many different species and learn more about each one, how to care for them, and what pollinators they attract. I'm sure there would have been many ways to improve this project, the main one being to make sure that the weeds were actually sprouting and be able to plant. But since we didn't have the opportunity to do the original project in the first place, that would have been the main focus that we could have had, was early on in the production of the growth of the new seedlings, and to focus on being able to plant and transfer them. So overall, I learned a lot of new things about milkweeds and just how important and useful they really are to monarchs and other pollinators.